Jared Polin, Fro Knows Photo.com, here with another photo of the week. And being that I am out there shooting with the Nikon D3100 that Nikon recently sent me, I figured I would pick an image that was taken with the D3100 at 3200 ISO at a hockey rink, running it through its paces and seeing how it works. And you know how my full reviews are. Let's see how it works, and let's not get uber duper technical. And if it works, then good, it passes the test. So photo of the week is this photo right here. I had a bunch to choose from. I shot 2 periods of one game, and it handled very well, but this isn't the review, so we are going to look at this photo. Let's see what it is taken at. It is taken at 1/400th of a second at f2.8 ISO 3200, shot with the 70-200 2.8 Nikon version 2. In this case, I was at 145 millimeters on the zoom. Keep in mind, when you're shooting with this DX format, the 70-200 Nikon becomes a 100-300 2.8, which is amazing to have that type of range in a straight 2.8. That's what is really cool about the DX. And of course, when you go full frame, to get the same effect, you need to really break out that 300 2.8, which means you can only focus on certain types of photos when you are shooting, because you don't have that zoom ability unless you buy a Sigma 120-300 2.8, which maybe I'll test out when they send it, if I ask them to send it to me. I'm tired. Oh, excuse me. Anyway, so if I was to shoot the Nikon D3000 at 1600, it would look worse than this. So let's zoom in here. And I was looking at some that I shot at 1600 and some that I shot at 3200. This isn't terrible. Keep in mind that this is zoomed in. You're 1-to-1 here. And, right, 1-to-1. Let me get this navigation thing going here. We are zoomed in 1-to-1. So that is pretty far in there. Hey, get back here. That's pretty far in there. And you got to remember that when you're zooming in on the computer, things are different. So what am I doing, Jared? I want to get back to my normal settings, because I didn't shoot it that tight. Fit. Thank you. And there. That zooms in 1-to-1. All right, fit. So I did not crop. This is as it was shot with the RAW file. So the first thing we are going to do here is we're not going to make it black and white, but we're going to go boom. That's right. Contrast is going all the way up. Keep in mind, when you're shooting hockey, I had to shoot in manual because if I left it in aperture priority, I set this at 400th of a second to freeze the action. And if I put it on aperture priority just to see what would happen, or I dialed up my exposure to see where it said it was right, it was about 800th of a second, which means that this photo would have probably looked like this, because it wanted, the white is throwing everything off. That's why I'm shooting in there in manual. So I just upped my boomification. Contrast went boom. Clarity, I am not going to up, because what's going to happen is we up it, it's going to make the background look crappy. It's going to make the subject look crappy. And here it looks a little green, so we're going to throw in a little bit of magenta here. Just a little bit. There we go. Yellow, we don't want to go too far because it is a hockey rink. So just a little bit here. Very little bit of yellow. And you can see this photo really held up well. This is a maroon of the shirt. I am focused here. You can see all the way down here, the skates right here are very nice. They are, what are these? Bauer skates? Or are they Nikes? They look like Nikes to me. So, he's got Nikes. The puck is right here. It's a little bit of motion blur because the puck is moving, but it's not terrible. There it's spinning because he's just doing he was making a pass. And, let's see, is it still too green? Just a little bit there. So that is pretty much it. I could up my blacks. Let's see. Where'd I go? Let's go to 10. And let's see before and after. Oh, there. That is blah. That's the RAW file. And there we go. I should have probably shot in JPEG just to see what the JPEG would have done. But, big difference. Obviously, it's a RAW file. You need to tweak it. But this is going to be so much better than what the JPEG would have been. At least that's what I think. Auto white balance gets thrown off quite a bit by the lighting because of the mercury, sodium, or whatever the hell kind of lights they have in there. It's always flickering, so you never know which color you're going to get. So that's just something you have no control of when the color of the lights are constantly changing because they're flickering. That's why I like the rinks that have the compact fluorescence up there now, the daylight bulbs, because it's a consistent color and tone all the way across the ice. This is an older rink with older types of lights that they need to replace. So that is pretty much it. So there you go. That's the photo. I'm pretty happy with this. Not cropped, D3100, 3200 ISO. It's showing you that it does work and it is fully usable. Very happy. Full review coming up of the D3100. But this is the photo of the week for this week. Jared Polin, FroKnowsPhoto.com. See ya!